The village girl he married changed his life forever. Part 7. A story by Bonietta African Stories. Femi screamed from inside the toilet. One deep, terrible sound. By the time Bucky and Bimbo forced the door open, he was on the floor, eyes wild, body shaking. And then, he pointed at one of them and said, "Get out of my house." But let's rewind. Because 2 weeks earlier, this madness was just beginning. 2 weeks had passed since Bimbo moved into the house. She moved like it was hers. Cooking oha soup, egusi, pounded yam, massaging Femi's tired legs till he sighed without meaning to. Femi didn't stop her. Even when Bucky stared at him like fire in human form, he looked away. Bimbo had become second madam. She gave the house help instructions. She smiled freely. She lived boldly. And worst of all, Femi started enjoying it. She didn't stress him. She laughed at his dry jokes. She listened. She pampered him. It was easy. Too easy. One night, as she rubbed his feet, Femi closed his eyes and thought, "If Bucky wants to go, let her go." But Bucky, she was burning inside. That night, she whispered into her phone, "Titi, I'm ready. I want to see that woman." "Tomorrow morning," Titi said. By dawn, Bucky had vanished from the house. Titi picked her at the junction. They drove in silence. Before we go deeper, drop your location in the comments and subscribe if you're feeling this story. We are just getting started. Almost an hour later, they arrived. An old house, hidden on the outskirts. No signboards. No sounds. Just trees and tension. Inside smelled of herbs. Dim light. Peaceful air. But danger was watching. The woman who welcomed them wasn't ordinary. She didn't smile. She just looked Bucky in the eyes and said, "Someone close to you is digging a pit for you." Bucky turned to Titi. Titi widened her eyes, acting shocked. The woman added, "You've come to the right place." Back home, Femi stretched and woke up to silence. No Bucky. He walked to Bimbo's room. There she was, lying in a loose robe. "Femi," she smiled. He stepped inside. "Bimbo, you know this isn't right." She placed a hand on his chest. "Tell me you're not enjoying everything I do for you." A kiss followed. Then clothes hit the floor. Passion took over. When it ended, they lay there breathless. Then Bimbo said, "I'm pregnant." Femi's words spun. "A baby." He held his head. "I have to tell Bucky." Bimbo touched his hand. "I'm not leaving. I lost you once. I won't lose you again." Back at the sanctuary, the woman handed Bucky 2 things. A small bottle. A black nylon filled with a strange water. "Place the bottle under your bed," she said. "Flush the water into the toilet both of you use. Once he urinates there, his heart will turn from the strange woman. He'll hate her. He'll send her away." Bucky asked, "What should I give you in return?" The woman smiled. "If it works, bring me whatever your heart feels." That night, Bucky returned. Femi wasn't home. She placed the bottle beneath the bed. Then slipped to the toilet. Opened the nylon. Flushed the water. The mission was complete. Elsewhere, Titi dialed Bimbo. Plan B activated. Bimbo smiled and strolled to the kitchen for fried yam and pepper sauce. As she stepped out, Bucky came from the bedroom. They locked eyes. No words. Just war. Moments later, Femi returned. Walked past them. Straight to the toilet. Then, a scream. Loud. Horrible. Cutting through the house. They rushed to him. Found him on the floor, shaking. Water. Slaps. Panic. Then, he opened his eyes. Looked from one woman to the other. His voice dropped. You. He pointed. Cold. Clear. Get out of my house. Femi's voice echoed through the room like thunder. Get out of my house. Bucky stood, stunned. She had expected him to face Bimbo, not her. She pointed at herself. Femi, me, she whispered, eyes wide with disbelief. Femi didn't blink. You said you were tired. You've never respected me. Never truly loved me. Always fighting, always complaining. Now I'm giving you what you wanted, your freedom. Leave. Live your life. Bucky dropped to her knees, crawling closer in tears. Femi, please. It's me, Bucky. Don't let this strange woman destroy us. I'm your wife. Femi turned coldly to Bimbo, then turned back to Bucky. I'm not talking to her, he said. I'm talking to you. Bucky screamed in confusion, her body trembling. This is not how it's supposed to be. There must be a mistake somewhere. This is not what the woman said will happen. She ran to their bedroom, slamming the door behind her. Bimbo stayed in the living room, quiet. A wicked smile played on her lips. She walked to Femi slowly and rubbed his head. Baby, it's alright. You've had a long day. Come and lay down. He sighed deeply, his body tired, his mind restless. Alright. I just need to rest. She led him to her room, and they lay together. She wrapped her arms around him, humming softly into his ear. He fell asleep like a child. In the other room, Bucky sat on the cold floor, eyes swollen with tears. She didn't understand. She thought it would work. She thought it would chase Bimbo out, not backfire. She picked up her phone and called Titi. Titi, she said, her voice weak. It didn't work. He turned against me. He said I should leave. Bimbo is now the queen of the house. Titi sounded confused. Did you follow the exact instructions? Did anyone see the bottle? No. Nobody touched it. I did everything the woman said. Bucky sniffed. Please. I need to stay with you. I'm coming over. Suddenly, Titi's voice changed. Oh Bucky, that won't be possible. I'm at my boyfriend's house. You know I can't have drama here. Bucky froze. Titi, so you're leaving me now? After everything you dragged me into? Titi hissed. Bucky, I beg, don't start. You're not the only one going through something. Why don't you call Dave to come and pick you up? I'll check on you later. The call ended. Bucky stared at her phone, crushed. Even Titi had turned her back. She began packing her clothes into a bag. Each dress folded with anger. Each shoe thrown into the box with pain. She dragged her bag outside. She had barely turned the ignition of her car when Femi appeared at the gate. You're not leaving with that car, he said calmly. She laughed through her tears. Femi, you bought this car for me. He stepped closer, folding his arms. I bought it with my money. And now, my new wife will need it. Bucky's mouth dropped. Femi, new wife. Go, Bucky. Just go. She stood there shaking until she dialed Dave. Within 20 minutes, Dave arrived in his black SUV. He helped her carry her bags into the car. No questions, just silence. As they drove, Bucky wiped her tears with her scarf. Dave, we are going to your house, right? Dave glanced at her quickly. Not yet. The house is under renovation. Don't worry, I've booked a hotel room for you. You need to rest. She didn't argue. Maybe rest was what she needed. The hotel room was big, cold, and lonely. The air conditioner hummed too loud. Her thoughts were louder. But Dave was kind. He ordered meals, brought clean clothes, even left some money beside her bed. Just relax, he told her. I'll take care of you. Hours later, there was a knock. It was Titi. She walked in like she owned the place, dropped her purse, and saw Bucky cowed on the bed, crying. Titi sat beside her and sighed. Bucky, what's this now? Why are you crying again? Bucky shook her head slowly. This is not what I planned. I didn't want to break my marriage. I just wanted a little fun. I wanted to shake Femi a little. But not this. Titi laughed. You can't eat your cake and still have it. Bucky sat up sharply. What do you mean? Titi smiled strangely. Why don't you just let Femi go and focus on Dave? He's here now, taking care of you. He's even better than Femi SEF. Bucky was silent. After a while, Titi stood and adjusted her gown. I'll call you later. Relax, my dear. She left. As the night grew darker, Bucky's phone rang. She looked at the screen. Mommy Femi. Her heart jumped. She answered quickly. Mommy. The woman laughed coldly on the other end. This is just the beginning, Bucky. You think you can walk into my son's life and push me aside? Ben. Mommy. You've cried small. The real tears are still coming. You want to separate me and my only son. You will suffer and I will make sure of it. The line went dead. Bucky dropped the phone and sat on the floor again. Her head was hot. Her heart was heavy. Who is fighting me? Is it Bimbo? Or is it her mother-in-law? She didn't know anymore. She just cried, alone. Meanwhile, in the hotel lobby, Dave stood near the bar, his phone buzzing. He looked at the screen and frowned. Then picked the call. Hello. A woman's voice hissed through the speaker. So this is why you've not called for 2 days. You've moved into a hotel with another woman. Dave looked around, lowered his voice. Can we talk about this later? The woman shouted, You're a married man with children, Dave. You think I won't find out? Just wait. It was near the entrance of the hotel bar. Her heart was beating fast. She had followed Dave without him noticing. The moment he stepped out of the room to take a call, something inside her told her to follow quietly. And now she stood there, hearing the very thing she feared. You think I don't know you're with another woman in that hotel room, the woman on the phone screamed. Bucky gasped softly. Everything you have is mine. Every single kobo. Don't play smart, Dave, or I will ruin you. Dave was begging softly, please, please. Don't do this here. I told you I'd sort it out. Just give me time. Bucky's hand covered her mouth. Her knees shook. This was the man she left her husband for. A man living off his wife's money. A liar. She didn't confront him. No. Not yet. She walked quietly back to the hotel room and sat on the bed, waiting. A plan already forming in her mind. If you were Bucky's sister, what advice would you give her right now? Say it loud in the comments, someone out there needs it. When Dave walked in, smiling, she pretended to smile too. Babe, you okay? He asked, pulling off his wristwatch. She nodded, I'm just hungry. He smiled, walked to the phone, and ordered their food. When it arrived, they ate together, and after the meal, he asked, what can I do to make you smile again? Bucky wiped her mouth and looked straight at him. I want to start afresh. I need money. 50 million. Dave coughed on his drink. 50 what? 50 million. I want to restart my life, open a fashion house, and disappear from this scandal. He stared at her. She didn't blink. After a pause, he smiled. So if I give you this money, you'll be happy? She nodded. Dave picked his phone, made the transfer. She saw the credit alert, Nigerian Naira 50,000,000.00. Later that night, they cuddled. But in Bucky's heart, she was done. The next morning, as Dave stepped out to buy things she had forgotten to pack, Bucky dressed up, packed her bags and booked a ride to the motor park. She was halfway there when her phone rang. It was the housemaid from Femi's house. Madam, the maid said, whispering, I don't know if I should be telling you this, but I saw Titi here with Bimbo. Bucky almost threw the phone. What? Titi came to the house. Yes. She was laughing with Bimbo in the kitchen. I overheard them talking about how Femi pampers Bimbo now and plans to marry her. Bucky's voice shook. Wait. Bimbo is pregnant. Yes, Ma. Bucky's hand went cold. The maid continued, Femi called his mother and warned her never to interfere again. He's always by Bimbo's side. Madam, I'm afraid something is off. Bucky ended the call, breathing fast. Then, she dialed Titi. Titi, she said, how could you do this to me? There was a long pause. Then laughter. Titi replied, Bucky, you're just a naive little village girl. Did you think Lagos was your backyard? Did you think I was your friend? You made me fight my husband, Bucky cried. You made me insult Mama Femi. Titi laughed again. Yes. And what will you do now? You followed Dave, didn't you? You found out the truth. His wife owns everything. You thought you left a hardworking man for a king. You left gold for dust, Bucky. Bucky's tears were falling. Yes, I know Bimbo. She's my cousin. And guess what? She knew Femi before you. She only left because Mama Femi didn't approve. So we played you. Titi, please, Bucky whispered. No, don't beg now. And let me give you one last advice. The one person who can help you now is Mama Femi. If she doesn't forgive you, you've lost everything. The call ended. Bucky sat in the back seat of the taxi, staring into the air. Her phone rang again. It was Dave. She picked. Bucky. I just came back. The receptionist said you checked out. Why? She laughed bitterly. Dave, I heard everything. Your wife owns your money. Your life. And she knew you were with me in a hotel room. Dave was silent. You're a fraud. A liar. And you used me. No, Bucky, Dave pleaded. I didn't lie. I just didn't tell you everything. Please, lose my number. She ended the call, turned off her phone, and cried. Back in the village. When Bucky arrived in her hometown, her mother hugged her tight and cried. But not without scolding her. You must go and fight for your marriage, her mother said, but first, we must go to the seer. The next morning, they did. The old man with white robes and a long staff said, go and beg Mama Femi. Her curse is holding your marriage in chains. The next day, they went. Mama Femi shouted when she saw them. Get out. Mama, please, Bucky's mother cried. You and I have been friends for decades. And your daughter insulted me. You think I'll forget? Mama, Bucky knelt. Forgive me. There was a long silence. Then Mama Femi said, I forgive you. I'll lift the curse. But what Femi decides, I won't interfere. 2 weeks later, Bucky was sick. She has fever. She was weak. The village doctor checked her. She's pregnant. That night, Bucky couldn't sleep. She told her mother, I have to go back to Lagos and tell Femi. The next morning, she packed. When she arrived at the house, she knocked gently. The gate opened. The gate man greeted her, "Madam, welcome. But Oga, no one see you oh." Then, Femi stepped out. His eyes landed on her. He froze. "What are you doing here?" he said coldly. Bucky opened her mouth. "I'm pregnant." Femi stopped breathing for a second. To be continued. Who will Femi choose now that both women are pregnant? Should Bucky fight for her man or walk away in dignity? Comment below, Team Bucky or Team Bimbo. Stay tuned.